Hi, Robin here at Toadstool Tarot. I'm responding to the VR to hashtag rainbow decks. This challenge gave me a bit of trouble because I wasn't sure the criteria people were using to choose their decks corresponding to colors of the rainbow. Some of them just went by the colors on the backs of the cards, and then some of them had colors on the fronts of the cards, but they weren't consistent throughout the decks, and then some of them had the symbolic feeling of a particular color that corresponded with the deck. It's all over the map. I went with sort of a predominant color or feeling to the deck. So the first one, if we're going by Roy G. Biv, the red is, I chose the Tarot Des Aux Arcs. The backs aren't red. They're actually sort of an orangey color. There's a little bit of red in there. But there's a lot of red in the images in the deck. So this is, a very much a predominantly pop of red color deck. By the way, if you notice my light is a little different, I followed the advice of Richard at Longman Tarot and Sarah at Waterchild Tarot about getting a ring light. So I have this little cheapy clip-on ring light for about $15 I got off of Amazon. And it does make the cards show up better. I'm not sure about the lighting on me, and some of them it sort of washes out, as you can see. So, but in terms of showing cards, they're not in the dark anymore. So this is the red deck, Tarot Des Aux Arcs. Secondly, I went for orange. Oh, orange was a little bit tricky because I have the Medieval Sigils Tarot by Julianne Victoria, which actually, the whole thing is kind of in a rusty orangey color. Although here it looks a little more brown. But I had a couple others too that I just wasn't sure about. There's the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. This comes in an orange box. And this one, the cards have orange backs. And there's a lot of orange in the deck. There's also a lot of blues and yellows and greens, but pull out some of the more orangey cards. Cards are falling all over the place, every which way. So that is the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. And there's actually a third contender for orange. This is the Le Tarot de Marseille by Fournier, and the box is blue, but there's a lot of orange in this deck. See, it doesn't really show very well in that card, but I get a kind of a warm orange feel from a lot of these cards. They have a kind of an orangey, warm orangey glow. These are also really slippery cards. This has a lot of blues in it, but the cups in particular are very orangey. And a lot of the majors have a lot of orange in them. So that's the Le Tarot de Marseille by Fournier. Those are the backs of the cards. They're not orange, but... So those are the three I had trouble with deciding for orange. Then the next one would be yellow. This was easy. It's the Ferrell Humphreys American Tarot. It's after the De Laurent Tarot. It's plain white backs, but all the cards are yellow. Easy solution. Next we have green, and green I picked the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Don't know if you could get a greener deck than this. The backs of the cards are green. There's a lot of green on the fronts of the cards. We even have here the Green Mother. don't know if you can find a greener deck than this. Next we have blue, and for this one I picked a Russian deck. It's the Happy Star Tarot by Felix Eldemarov. This one is rich with turquoise blue. And those are the backs. Blue. Next we have purple. This is a little bit tricky. I've got the Whispering Spirits Tarot, which isn't strictly speaking purple. The backs are green. But there's a lot of purple in a lot of the images. Then I also have the Seventh Sphere Tarot, which is in a bluish box, and the backs are actually pink. But this one also has, it's sort of a mix between pinks and purples, but some violets. There's pink, but sort of indigo. There you go, purple. Purple. So, that's the Seventh Sphere. And I think lastly I have a rainbow deck, and for that one I picked the Groovy Waite. And if you want a cascade of rainbow colors, you couldn't pick a better deck than this one. It's also kind of hot pink purpley back, but check out the rainbows in this one. Lots of rainbows actually on multiple cards. Let me know what you think of my selections and my ring light. I'm still sort of adjusting to how to use it. It's got 3 settings of brightness, so let's see. So that's off. Let's find a rainbow here. That's off. That's my usual lighting. And the low setting, which washes out over here, is pretty good over here. And there's a medium setting. And a high, bright setting. So I don't know. I think it washes me out, but I think it's better for the cards. So you can see, and that's the main focus of my channel anyway, so you can see these cards. So I don't know, as far as rainbows go, I'm not sure this deck can be beat. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Just about practically every card has a rainbow in it. Okay, that ought to do it. That's enough color for today. Now back to my monochrome decks. But that's a whole other hashtag.